welcome to Security Live. This is a show focused on AWS Security and AWS partners helping to solve those security challenges for you, the builder and customer community. We're available on Twitch every third Tuesday of the month, 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific. We're your co-hosts. I'm Ryan Orsi, head of APN Cloud Foundations Partners, joined by...
Hi, I'm Merritt Baer. I work in the Office of the CISO at AWS Security. And today, we are going to be talking a little bit about what challenges folks run into around firewalls, edge security, and how we can solution them. Of course, like, if you're doing business, you're dealing with the internet. And that is, by definition, a little bit of an ugly place, right?
For sure.
Agree.
So, we are joined today by Lior. If you haven't been on the internet since 1995, you might not realize that there are things like botnets and proxies and web exploits and other brands. I mean, there's really something for everyone out there, isn't there?
For sure. There's a fair share for anyone. When you look for stuff, you'll find it. So.
They'll look for you.
Yeah,
That's what scans are for. Lior, can you tell us a little bit more about what your role is and how Fortinet plays in on AWS?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Lior Cohen. I'm on the product management side here at Fortinet. First and foremost, we definitely secure a lot of the traffic going in and out for our customers. Over 600,000 customers chose to trust Fortinet to secure their different networks. But today, actually, we're kind of taking another step forward and helping kind of harmonize between a lot of the security tools from AWS and the security tools that we have from Fortinet. And we've launched a new product called FortiCNP, which really makes good use of the kind of ease of adoption of Amazon GuardDuty, Amazon Inspector, AWS Security Hub with a bunch of Fortinet stuff, and then kind of pulls it into FortiCNP.
I have to take a moment and say, if you have not turned on GuardDuty, turn it on. This is just my personal chip on my shoulder. Anyway.
I'll share that chip.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of what we're talking about here is the reasoning that we can do, now that we're in cloud, right? We can see a lot of the beauty of the visibility there, but what matters is what you can do about it. So how do you reason on top of it? And the best way to reason is to use managedness. Some of that is analytics and things like GuardDuty. Some of this is what you're talking about that you can build.
And I mean,
and
at the end of the day, it's really about not only how great and amazing what the security technology is, but also about how easy it is to turn on. And I think in that sense, some of the security tools from AWS are just, there's second to none in terms of ease of use. You just click on a button and you have a really good protection for your environment.
Right.
And we've realized that with our customers, and we actually are now encouraging our customers to do that and just kind of get the best of all worlds.
Manage rules, but then you can also bring your Fortinet rules in there. It's like really integrated and glorious, and everyone wants to get rid of botnets and crap on the internet, let's be honest.
And that's one of the key things, right, Lior, is suppose from the perspective of a security person in one of our accounts here, how do they know what native capabilities AWS has and what additional capabilities Fortinet can bring? And I'm sure you probably do something to help them with that choice, right, that education process.
Oh yeah, so let me put it simple. Like different people touch the cloud environment, right? The easiest demarcation point is the permissions that that person has to his environment.
Right.
Or her.
The workload people have permissions to their environments, and they can turn accounts, they can turn services on in their accounts, and so on and so forth.
Right.
The security people typically don't have all the permissions to the different things, and then if they're like they may have control over networks and traffic in and out of their the cloud infrastructure, but they don't have any control or visibility into the underlying infrastructure and how the workloads are built. So that's kind of, from our perspective, a lot of what makes the difference in what are the tool choices. Everyone chooses the tools he can effectively use. Or she can effectively use, definitely. And in that sense, the ability to kind of choose to implement, let's say even now a new service out of AWS, GuardDuty malware protection. Any professional.
You're bringing something brand new.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
Oh yeah,
so this came out in our keynote today, folks. This is awesome.
Yeah, and like just, again, click a button and you have it running, right? You have it running in your infrastructure.
Click a button where?
On the AWS console, yeah,
In
pretty simple.
GuardDuty, you can investigate. I mean, the beauty of this, I think, at least to me, and I know that you have ways that there are like complementary stories here, is that we are really taking advantage of the fact that in cloud, we're doing infrastructure as code. Like everything is an API call. So then you're doing security as code. You can know what you have. And then upon that, you can build a lot. Like what we used to think of as sort of just like put up shields is now much more integrated and fine-grained. And there's a lot of beauty there. And we can make managed rule sets. We can use our intelligence to get wiser and translate that over to customers. No one likes botnets and process. Like, this is just like the gutters of the internet.
But what happens with all these amazing tools is that the security guy is sitting there and he's like, and security guy or girl are sitting there in the corner of their desk and not sure exactly how and where to spend their time on which tool and where.
Yeah.
And really what we're trying to help them
Is it a coverage problem, Lior? Is that what vectors are covered with the tool they're using, or?
So that's a good question because coverage-wise, there are just enough tools. There are tons of different tools. Again, all the way from network, control plane security, network security, endpoint security, pretty much everything. But again, what do you do with the data that you get out of all of these tools? And who uses that data?
Right.
Right? Is it a security professional? Is it someone that's actually building the workloads? Who's using that data? So for that specific problem, that's what we've actually come out with during this show today, is with FortiCNP, that really tries to harmonize all the information that customers would get from their cloud-native tools, such as GuardDuty, including the new GuardDuty malware protection, because of the fact that, again, it's just so easy to turn on, and it just gives so much insight. But take all that information, plus what you'd get from Amazon Inspector, plus what you'd get from AWS Security Hub, plus what you'd get from your Fortinet firewalls, plus what you'd get from FortiWeb, put that all into one platform, start prioritizing your work in a way that makes sense, right, and take action.
Reason about it and do something about it. Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
And exactly. And maybe, I mean, I can jump into a quick
that would be
live
great.
demo.
Sure, yes.
Let's do it.
Just kind
Show
of,
us what you have.
So basically what we're seeing in this window here is really like, this is jumping straight into the risk insights dashboard of FortiCNP, is really kind of a prioritized list of resources in a customer's AWS environment, right? It's already pre-populated with a certain demo, a certain search and filter, and we're seeing that the different resources here. We have a couple of EC2 instances that are at relatively high risk score, then an EKS cluster, and then S3 bucket, and then another EKS cluster here, and they're all kind of stack ranked based on their risk score. And the way this risk score is calculated effectively is by kind of we're ingesting a variety of findings from different tools. So we run our own security scans for this environment, right? For the configuration risk, we're looking at vulnerabilities. All the vulnerability data here is coming from Amazon Inspector. We're looking at threats. Threats is a combination
Inspector
here of information that's coming from both Amazon GuardDuty as well as kind of our monitoring of VPC flow logs. So you see here like the findings.
Your own technology plus cloud native technology in one nice dashboard.
In one nice dashboard, and the beauty here is when I wake up in the morning as a security professional, I see the list of order of tasks that I have in front of me. I don't need to start figuring out and triaging and starting connecting the dots. I say, okay, obviously I want to touch on the first and the highest priority resource first of all.
100 seems bad. Seems like a bad number.
Well, and you click through, right? So that's
Yep.
like
Click through, kind of manage through.
exactly what you should be doing.
Yeah, and not only that, you can customize these into like different types of levels, right? If I have a certain app priority, I want to modify it by 200%. I can kind of define and really fit this into my environment in the best way that possibly suits. And really, again, at the end of the day, time is the most precious resource we have, right?
Tell me about it.
Speaking of time.
We're about to run out. We could talk about this for a while, and maybe we will in another episode. In the meantime, we want to keep things kind of funny. What's your favorite animal?
Ooh.
I love dolphins.
Dolphin.
Really? Thanks for
Yeah.
all the fish kind of a situation here?
Oh,
Do you listen to Regina Spektor? I feel like all of her music sounds like dolphin noises.
well, I haven't yet, but I should probably try that. But definitely my favorite animal.
Okay, I like it. Sweet. Ryan, what's your favorite animal?
Cats.
No.
I'm a cat man.
Oh no,
I'm
we
a
can't
proud
even be
cat
friends
man.
anymore.
I'm a proud cat man.
All right, we
Love
gotta
it.
cut.
Yeah.